Hello, everybody. Tim here for a quick review of Ghost in the Shell. Now, this is the American adaptation of the manga Ghost in the Shell and the anime film, the 1995 film of the same name. And I'm going to say it right off the bat. I have never read the comic and manga, and I have seen the anime once, and it was about a year ago at this point. And I don't remember a ton about it. I remember enjoying it. I remember liking what I saw. But as someone who doesn't really know a lot about anime, has never really watched a lot of anime, it was, different for me, but I still liked it. I enjoyed it. So basically, the plot of Ghost in the Shell is there's this character Major, who's the Scarlett Johansson character, and she is the ghost in the shell. She has a human brain inside of a robot body, and or the shell, and she is trying to stop this cybernetic attack throughout the city, as well as find out more about her past because she doesn't remember a lot prior to being put into this shell. So I'll say it, guys. I liked this movie. I was worried I wasn't gonna dig it, but I found myself really enjoying it. It's not like the greatest sci-fi movie I've ever seen in my life, or even the greatest one in the last few years, but I had fun watching it. I thought it was entertaining. Visually, it's outstanding. There are some crazy good visuals. The CGI is seamless in this movie. And I thought Scarlett Johansson's performance was good, and without, getting into the controversy of the casting, because I think that's stupid, but I thought she was really good and brought a lot to the character, because, she has to play this, human who's trapped inside this robot, and at the same time, have the, twitchiness and, stiffness of being a robot, but at the same time brings some level of emotion to the character, and I thought she pulled it off really well. I also thought that Mike Pitt, who's in the movie, was very good as well. He has limited screen time, but when he is on screen, he was a standout. So I really enjoyed his performance as well. As for negatives for the movie, it slows down a tad around the hour mark, and the movie's only an hour and 45 minutes long. But I did look at my phone. I'm like, okay, we've got 45 minutes left. Let's pick it back up, and it stays slow for about 5, 6, 7 minutes, and then it picks back up again, and it gets you through to the end. So, there's nothing really original that comes out of this movie. And I guess that could be another negative, but I can't fault it too much because it's adapting something that was, came out a long time ago and inspired so many other things. Like the Wachowskis, who did The Matrix, they're very open about how, Ghost in the Shell inspired The Matrix, and Ghost in the Shell inspired this and that and this and the other thing. So I can't fault it too much because it already is. um, I mean, to a certain extent, the writers and the producers, they probably could have thought of some cool stuff, but I think that comes in the visual flair. It's directed very well, which is surprising considering this comes from the director of Snow White and the Huntsman, which I thought was just a big pile of garbage. But I thought it was directed very well, so that brings enough originality in the visuals for me to excuse the same old plot that I've seen 1,000 times and the same old characters, because they're performed well enough and it's visually cool enough that I excused the unoriginality, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Another big positive, which I can't believe I forgot about this until now, is the score. The score is awesome. It is really, really cool. I really dug it, and the only reason I was gonna listen for it was because of another review I listened to. A couple other reviews I listened to, they've mentioned the score, and I'm like, it must be pretty good then if they're pointing that out. And so I listened for it, and especially in the opening credits, there's some awesome music there. And it stuck out. It really did. So yeah, guys, those are my quick and thoughts on this movie. I would say that if you are just looking for a fun sci-fi movie with like interesting themes, that you kind of just want to like sit and watch for 2 hours, eat some popcorn, and have some fun, check it out. If you're not into sci-fi or into weird movies, you probably won't like this one, but I would recommend it if you are a sci-fi fan. I think it's worth your while. And right now it's weird. It's only sitting at like I think like a 67% on Rotten Tomatoes. So, it is pretty like half and half for critics, but I guess we'll see once the box office numbers come in after this weekend. But anyway, guys, yeah, those are my thoughts. If you like this video, hit like, hit subscribe. I've got another review right here. Let's throw the Boss Baby up there. How about that? I just watched that one today, too. That wasn't very good. But check out my review there. And until next time, guys, have a good one.